It's not just a board and stone. This is our culture. This is our legacy.
I do know it makes me feel good to see other Kanaka be uplifted by doing this, and that's really the driver.
This was a moment in time that my family took time to heal and to move forward and to dream about what's coming instead of settling into what happened.
Loʻiloa is actually a place in Iao Valley, and we just use that as the name for our organization. Loʻiloa primarily today does board and stone. You know, the first real movement for this that I understand is kawa'a, board and stone in every home. The papaku'iai is a poi board. The pōhaku ku'iai is the pounding stone. And those are the traditional implements that are used to make pa'iai, which is the first stage when you ku'i or pound kalo. And to make poi, you add water to the consistency that is good for you. We were removed from not only that practice, but many other practices. And that's a microcosm of the larger picture of how our people feels. Because I see the fear, I see that anxiety. And then you see the pride, the self-esteem, all that anxiety and fear goes away because now I can, now I did.
And there's been so much instilled joy at living culture. Anytime that we get our hands on kalo, that's the first thing that the boys want to do, prepare the pa'iai.
They're excited because they have the opportunity to make these things and use it like their kupuna did. That creates a sense of pride. That makes me feel good. We can uplift one another, then that's gotta be a good thing, right? When I heard about the fires in Lahaina and in Kula, I couldn't really visualize the devastation that had taken place. The amount of destruction, it was kind of unfathomable.
I am born and raised here in Lahaina. I actually grew up down south in Olowalu. It's a tiny village south of Lahaina. So everybody has a different story about August 8th, but threads of similarity that run through it. My family was no different. We ended up losing everything. Our home, my husband's truck, and some of our animals that we weren't able to collect in the frenzy. Everybody's going through it very differently, and what's saved me through that was to be in community and move in community.
And I felt, what better way to support Lahaina in that sense? And we purchased 120 ulu trees. Some ended up at the middle school, but almost the rest of it ended up at Lahaina Luna. Another way we wanted to support Lahaina was to do board and stone.
I have been a fan of Loʻiloa for a very long time, and so it wasn't even in the front of my mind when I received a call from someone that I grew up with saying that there was this opportunity that Kawewehi was going to come to Lahaina and offer his Loʻiloa program. In true Ike Hawaii, Kawewehi was very intentional in how he set up the program specifically for Lahaina. He tried really hard to get as much wood from Lahaina and as many stones as he could from the shores here. That in itself I knew was going to be pulling on the heartstrings, but it was the people who we were creating these papa and pōhaku with. All of us who have not stopped to take care of ourselves. And so this was a moment in time where we were going to be together and do something to fill our own cup that was going to last for generations.
It's kind of priceless because it's something that was missing. And what I also see too is a lot of times Kanaka are really trying to find their Hawaiian-ness, and they're searching. And so to in my view anyway, just do a little part in the papa and pōhaku, in this board and stone, it really helps them find their way in their personal journey.
Creating this papa ku'iai, knowing that our great-great-grandchildren were going to be making pa'iai on something that we created. And in that moment, I had something very tangible that we were creating together that I knew was going to live on far beyond what our own legacy was going to be.
Does that mean a legacy is being created? Perhaps, I don't know. But a lot of people seem to want to do our workshop. So we have a wait list. We've just increased capacity so we can do more. So if we can make 1,000 or 2,000 sets by the time we're done, great. Hopefully inspire others to get on the bandwagon and make papa and pōhaku too for our community.